Showtime. Hello and welcome to what are we calling this? Yeah. Plus Money Junkie UFC Vegas 56 open discussion.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just bullshitting.
It's a preview.
So yeah, break week discussion. I've seen like Clint, that's what he calls his break week discussion or something like that. So anyway, cheers. There it is. There's the bunny. So, as you know, everybody, the fights don't happen until next Saturday. It's a break week, but next Friday, I don't know if I can do this because I'll be in a hotel room because I'm going to see some live fighting. I'm going to see Cage Titans. That's like a regional scene in Massachusetts.
That's awesome.
I got my buddy Don Chanis is going for the featherweight belt. And he just beat Corey Pfizer. He's a UFC guy, and he won on Dana White's looking for a fight. If he gets this belt, I'm sure he's one more event, and he should be invited to the UFC. I would imagine.
That's pretty cool.
Don Chanis, yeah, it's super cool. He texts me. He's like, "Hey man, can you come support me?" I'm like, "Absolutely." So I got cage side seats. I'm looking forward to it. But anyway, we're gonna go through this card. I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm ill-prepared, Dave. Ill-prepared. I did some research on, I would say probably, was it 14 fights? I did research on about 9 of them. 5 of them I don't know. Some of these people I really have no idea who Karine Silva, I have no idea who she is. You know, I still got to do, I haven't done any research. Some of these people, thankfully, I did look at some of these people I'd never heard of until I did research, like Renat Fakhretdinov, that guy fighting Andreas Mikulitis. Interesting, but we'll get through that. I just printed out the Tapology thing today at work, so we're going to go through this order. I see 2 fights were added since I started my research, too. The Curtain Jerker with Damon Jackson and Daniel Argueta. There's another one, Daniel Argueta. No idea who this guy is, but he's undefeated. We're gonna open his Tapology, and we're gonna break these down a little bit and just have some drinks, open discussion with the chat, and So let's see. Welcome already. We got Blood Money. Hope he's still in here. If not, he'll be back. Gerald. Good Saturday morning from the Philippines. God bless you, Gerald. Bout better, no bets. I'm sure not now, but you will. Bout better. I know you. Come next week, you'll have some bets. I'm sure. Ready for some docs? I hope real news. I hope you're going to chime in with some of this info because the docs aren't even prepared. We're gonna prepare these docs on the fly. So it's a Memorial Day weekend here in the United States, Dave. You guys don't. What's that?
You guys
have a Memorial Day too?
Well, it's like a May long weekend. I don't know what it is. Just, I don't know.
May long weekend, it's called.
Whatever, yeah.
That's what you guys call it, because you don't. I mean, Canadian Army. How many wars have you been in? They got you have Veterans Day up there?
Like yeah, Canadian but we win all the ones that we're in.
Stop.
You guys get your asses.
You're always the backup. You're always behind us.
In Korea, got your asses kicked in Vietnam, got your asses kicked in Afghanistan, got your asses kicked pretty much all over the Middle East. Man.
Yeah.
You guys are. Oh, I'm sorry.
Don't shit on the U.S. on Memorial Day.
I'm not.
Memorial Day is when we give thanks to the veterans that passed in service for our country and our freedom. Unlike Canada.
Oh, no, we have the same thing. It's not the same thing.
Okay.
We just have it in a smaller percentage.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. It's just weird, different. It's a different weekend too. I don't know why they picked this weekend, but I like it. It's kind of the unofficial start of summer too here in the U.S. Like a lot of people do their first camping would be this weekend.
Exactly, same thing.
But there's a lot of other things. A lot of people don't even. The new generation, they don't even know what Memorial Day means. They have no idea, except for It means we get a parade with a bunch of veterans with the American flag going down the street, throwing candy out. That's my kids. That's what they know. All right, let's get into this. The curtain jerker, I guess, is Damon Jackson and Daniel Argueta at 145 pounds. Is it 145? Because I see this Argueta. His last fight was a bantamweight, so he must be coming up, I'm assuming.
Yeah, this is a 145.
Okay, so let's. I'm gonna pull up Tapology as we do this. You guys got to forgive me. It's been a long day of. It's only 5:30 over in Dave's land, but here in New York it's 8:30, and I didn't get to have a nap or nothing. I'm going straight. So anyway, Daniel Argueta. Well, let's open up and find out about this dude, because I really have no idea. Does anybody in the chat know anything about this guy? Okay, the Determined. That's his nickname, the Determined. I should write this shit down.
He looks like
of course. Ooh, Jackson Wink product. That's funny. Hope he's. Props to Holly Holm and her robbery. But okay, let's see his. You know, he did. I hate when they have like Ultimate Fighter. He has a loss against Ricky Tercios, but because it was an Ultimate Fighter, it doesn't count. It's an exhibition. That is weird to me, because I think Ultimate Fighter fights are better than regional fights. You know what I'm saying? They're better quality fight. Hey, Blood Money. What's up, bud? Noah. It's not really a recap, because we're not recapping any. I did one capper comparison show this week. That's early. It's a thing. You know, it's a break week. Home got robbed. I know. I'm shaking my head too. It killed a lot of parlays. Vegas was in on that one. The Vegas pulled the robbery card on that, because they figured everybody. How much money do you think Vegas made after High Home lost?
All my money.
Because she was the top pillar piece for almost everybody. Blanket. And realistically, I think maybe she lost one round out of the 5, maybe, and that's a maybe. I had her winning pretty much every. Well, I don't know. The first round she almost got choked out. But
I had a tie going into the 5th. Tie going into the 5th. In the 5th round, I had Holly all over that 5th round.
Yeah, I agree. She was robbed, but
the total strikes were ridiculous.
How did you do last week? What was your final?
I went 8 for 11. Came 3rd on my Tapology.
Better than me.
Yeah, I usually do better than you.
I got 7. No, not usually. We're sometimes, occasionally.
Lately, you've been killing it. Lately, you have been fucking killing it.
Look at over 10 minutes more control time and over 100 more strikes landed. Yeah, I know. Was Sal D'Amato in there? Was he in there? Anyway, God. And it doesn't matter. Stop talking about old shit. It's in the past. I don't like talking about old. We can't change it, despite what we want to say. We can. It's Memorial Day. We can put it in our memories. Okay. So Daniel Argueta, who's this guy fought? He's coming off a win over Diego Silva in the LFA. So this is an LFA guy making his UFC debut against Damon the Leech Jackson. And he's coming in short notice because Damon Jackson was supposed to fight Derek Minner, which would have been a killer fight, but Derek Minner withdrew. This one is tough because this kid Daniel Argueta is the Determined. He's undefeated. Damon Jackson's kind of like he's a good journeyman. You know, he's not the best, but he's definitely better than half the UFC talent, in my opinion, at featherweight. But he's still not, you know, he's not going to break into the top 15 anytime soon. I wouldn't pick him as an unranked contender. But I don't know. This is a tough fight. You have any information on this, Dave, at all?
Very little. All I know is that, I mean, besides that loss on the Ultimate Fighter, he's coming in undefeated. Damon Jackson.
Jackson Wink. I kind of want to fade Jackson Wink though, because they haven't been winning lately.
No.
Right?
And Forrest MMA is doing really good. I like his win over Charles Rosa. his last loss against Ilia Topuria. Shut up.
Well, everybody would lose against Ilia
That's
Topuria.
it.
You
Exactly.
know what I'm saying? Who's going to beat that guy?
No, exactly. So I don't know, man. I'm going to put
really. Who would be a good matchup for Ilia Topuria at 145? Who would Let's see who we got. Anyway, I don't even know. At what rank is he? He's got to be like 14, I think now. Does it say?
Where's his ranking?
Go down a little bit. A little bit more. After right there, what's that say?
41.
41? That's not correct.
That's what I'm saying.
In the UFC rankings, he's definitely into the top 15. Otherwise, didn't you take him on unranked? He was unranked at the beginning of the year, but I think somebody took him. I think it was you, because he was just at like 16 when you picked him. He was going to be one of my top picks.
I hope I picked him.
Let's see. I like to call him left hook KO for Mazarov and a lot under the man. Good week ahead for sure. Big bet was Hooper Kolaris goes decision. They knocked him out. Yeah, I told you Hooper put on a little bit of size, a little bit of girth. You got to remember the kid's only 22, so he's only going to get better. You know, I'm working with what's his Wonder Boy, Stephen Thompson. You got to imagine he's starting to working on he knows where his flaws are, stand up. So yeah, let's look at this tail of the tape. Who's the bigger guy here? It's got to be Damon Jackson, right? Because he's already featherweight.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Daniel's going up a weight class. Plus, he's got. He's got what 4-inch height disadvantage, 3-inch reach disadvantage, and he's fighting out of Jackson Wink.
And he's short notice, right? Short because he's taking the place of Derek Minner, so he's coming in short notice. Yeah, you got to take Damon Jackson as a smart play here.
Yeah, I would assume. Yeah, I can't.
I mean, I'm not confident because this kid, you can never underestimate an undefeated fighter, but until he, proves his worth against a caliber, a name that's known, a known name, which Damon Jackson, if he beats this guy, then you can hold a grain of salt to him. You know what I'm saying? So, okay, early pick would be Damon Jackson. Don't you agree?
Oh, big time, yeah. Yeah, that's gonna be my first pick for sure.
Oh, Real News talk about that night Alonzo Menifield. Actually, I had Alonzo Menifield in that, and he had the control time. He had control time in that fight in round 3, if I remember correctly. But Knight did have like a takedown in round 1, or rocked him or something. He rocked him in round 1 or something. I don't know. That's in the past. You think the Jackson fight is off? It just got put on today or yesterday or something. Real recently, I know that.
Tapology is not updated yet, then.
Yeah, because I have Tapology open as well. It's still on there. Jackson versus Derek Minner is off because Minner had a concussion. But okay. Anyway, let's move on to the next one. We've got bantamweights. You got Tony Gravely taking on Johnny Munoz Jr. I did do a little research on this one. Tony Gravely here is going to be the way better wrestler, but Johnny Munoz is going to be the better BJJ guy. If you watch my Capra comparison video, I explained there is a difference because wrestlers, they tend to have good wrestlers have bad habits of not feeling comfortable off their back. And they rather expose their back to the person than to the mat. Because if you expose your back to the mat as a wrestler, you lost. That's how you get pinned. You know what I'm saying? And Tony Gravely was All-American, 4-time All-State, 3-time All-American, 2-time Virginia State high school wrestling champ. He went his junior and senior year undefeated. Then he went to NCAA finals, D1 finals, representing Appalachian State. He went there twice. He didn't win, but still, just getting there twice is a feat in itself. Tony Gravely can wrestle, but Johnny Munoz, if you look at his Tapology, he's got some submissions by rear naked choke, and that is what the problem is. Gravely being a phenomenal wrestler doesn't mean you're good at. The thing is, doesn't necessarily translate to a good BJJ skill. But being that he's at American Top Team, I would imagine he knows that, and he's got to be working on that. But Johnny Munoz, he's a problem. Kid's 11-1. His only losses to Nate Munoz, who also beat Tony Gravely. Nate Munoz knocked out Tony Gravely. He beat Johnny Munoz by decision. So if you want to play the MMA math game, Munoz would win that way. But this is thing is, if you watch Jamie Simmons against Johnny Munoz Jr., Jamie Simmons is horrible. Afro Samurai, I think that's the dude. And he won round one against Johnny Munoz Jr. He arguably won there. Look at the Afro Samurai. Look at him. He's awesome. Anyway, he won round one in that fight. But then Johnny Munoz got that slick rear naked choke. He's quick with that. He's slick with it. And Johnny Munoz, since you got that, hit that Johnny Munoz, and you can see he's got other besides Jamie Afro Samurai, he's got other rear naked choke wins. Look at that. Ian King, that's a rear naked choke. What else he got down there? Has he got any other that's if I blow it up, I can't see the chat.
Uriel Cosillo Dominguez was rear naked choke.
Oh, cans, right?
Yeah, knocked out Anthony Zender round one. Heel hook Mauricio Diaz round one.
So the kid does have some slick BJJ though. If he's heel hooking and rear naked choking guys, and he's out of Sequence Jiu-Jitsu in Norco, California. Interesting. King of the Cage, that's a California regional scene. That's the only regional scene he's got. Then he went straight from there right to the UFC. But all these people he beat, I don't not one of them got a winning record. Look at none of them got winning records. They can all arguably be cans.
Yes, very much so.
Ian King's. Well, the last two are the only ones with barely any type of winning record, and it's not like a extensive record. No. So yeah, I'm on Gravely. I think Gravely's got the better experience. He's definitely got the wrestling upside, and hopefully, being an American Top Team, he's going to be able to realize his hole in his game and defend that rear naked choke. Hopefully, he's been working on that. I would imagine they have good coaching down there. They have a lot of good jiu-jitsu. They have the American Top Teams up top 5, one of the top 5 facilities. So with talent-wise, anyway. So yeah, what's your take on this? You gonna go with the outlier, the underdog, Johnny Munoz Jr.?
No, I'm on Gravely. No, I'm on Gravely. I'm a Gravely fan, so yeah, definitely. Stats, I mean, not much, but Gravely definitely has a striking advantage. He's even got the better wrestling advantage. I'm all over him on this one. Better striking accuracy. He does have more strike absorbed, but Johnny doesn't fire that many strikes, so he's not going to get tagged up a lot.
The one thing is, though, Tony Gravely has been submitted by rear naked choke. I'm telling you that if there's a way that Johnny Munoz is going to win, that's how he's going to catch him, with a slick rear naked choke, because he got submitted by the Welshman, Brett Johns. Brett Johns beat Tony Gravely by rear naked choke.
Yeah,
so it's possible, but
I get the submissions, but these stats, I mean, there's a couple cans, right? Well, Simmons and Menes. I get it. Takedown defense 0, takedown accuracy 21%. That's not great takedown, especially against Tony Gravely, who's going to be wrestling star. So I get it.
Oh, right.
I see. I don't see him taking him down. But
I don't either.
I'm initial pick. I'm definitely leaning Tony Gravely.
Me too. Early prediction, Tony Gravely. Okay, let's move on. What's next up? We got Joe Selecky, Alex De Silva. Joe Selecky is coming off a loss. Jared Gordon, but that was a close fight if I remember correctly. I think I had Joe Selecky picked, and when I watched the fight, I judged him to win, but he lost split decision to Jared Gordon. Before that, he beat old gatekeeper Jim Miller. Before that, he rear naked choked Austin Thud Hubbard. Austin Hubbard, he's a veteran, journeyman type guy. Matt Wyman, same deal, beat him, and that was his UFC debut against Matt Wyman. Before that, Dana White Contender Series where he beat James Wallace, and before that, he was a champ over in Cage Fury Fighting Championship, CFFC, which is a Philadelphia regional that is fighting actually tonight. I went through and looked at a bet online, but I don't know any of the fighters. Bunch of Russian names tonight over in CFFC fighting, but I'm not familiar with any of them, so I didn't make any stupid bets. But here he's taking on Lecco, Alex De Silva, who had a unanimous decision, went all the way decision. Ooh, my bad. Went to all the way decision, lost to Brad Rydell. See that? And Brad Rydell, everybody knows he's great. You know what I'm saying? Before that, he beat Rodrigo Vargas. And then he had his UFC debut where he lost to Alexander Yakovlev, who I don't think is very good, right? He got guillotined in round 2. I'm not sure Alexander. Look at him. Yeah. He don't look very good. Look at double-digit losses. He's not. Look, he's on a 3-fight losing streak. His only win in his last 6 were against this guy. So that's right there. There's your side. But the dude, I don't know, Alex Silva, maybe that was a fluke or something because maybe he had the jitters. It was his UFC debut, you know. Before that, he was kicking a lot of butt over in I think Brazilian scenes. Espera, that's a Brazilian scene. Brave FC, Brave FC is like Middle East, like Bahrain and United Arab Emirates and all that, like Middle East and like parts of Asia and Eastern Europe and crap. It's weird. Brave FC is weird. They're all over that side of the country. They don't come over to the Americas, but yeah, they're all over that side of the world. He's training out of Astra Fight Team in Brazil. The only one I recognized from the Astra Fight Team was Darren Till, and I don't think Darren Till's training there anymore because lately Darren Till's been buddy with Kamzat. You know what I'm saying? They're like training partners now. So I don't know. I'm gonna take Joe Selecky here. I know he's last time I checked, he was a sizable favorite, like 170, minus 170. But I don't know. That line may have moved as well. I don't know. But yeah, my early prediction is going to be Joe Selecky over Lecco, Alex De Silva. I realized that he went the distance of Brad Rydell, but I don't know. Maybe that was an off night for Brad Rydell. What do you got? What's
all over Joe Selecky as well. I'm going with he's minus 175 right now. I think the line's probably going to move in his direction as well. So you might looking at a parlay right now.
Jump on it now.
Yeah, because I think that's going to that line should move, and it'll probably be minus 250 by the time or by next week.
I already got him in one 3-leg parlay with Tony Gravely and one other person that we'll talk about when we get to him. So we're both on Joe Selecky. Let's move up the card to Benoit Saint Denis and Nicholas Stolze. Now, this one I did research. I didn't do a show yet, though, but I do have a little bit of research. Benoit Saint Denis is awesome. He's French Special Forces, hardcore. He's a hardcore military guy. The God of War, that's his nickname. He's coming off that loss to Elijah Zaleski where the ref should have stopped it. in round 2 because Benoit Saint Denis was getting like clobbered. He was getting killed. Like people were worried about his endangering his health. There was that Russian ref. He got fired after that fight. I forgot his name, but he got fired. But the thing is, he didn't stop it. And then round 3, Saint Denis actually won. He won round 3. He didn't win the fight. Obviously, he lost by unanimous decision because he got destroyed by Elizu Selecky. But he came back, and when he was striking back, the dude's got grit. He's got heart. He's got will to win, and he's tough as nails. Now let's talk about his opponent, Nicholas Stolze, the Green Mask. This guy is kind of, he doesn't seem that tough. I know he's a big anti-neo-Nazi. He's like loud about it. He goes out of his way to make everybody know I might be German, but I'm not a neo-Nazi. It's weird. It's kind of like, okay, no one blamed you for it, but not he's anti. He goes out of his way to be against him. There might even be something as Wikipedia. I don't know, but I do believe I read that someplace. He's a big proponent of against white supremacy. Okay, and I think maybe he feels a little guilt because he's German. I don't know what the deal is with Nicholas Stolze. Really, I don't know what the hell what's up with that. But the Green Mask, he's a decent kickboxer. What's that? We got Jared Gordon beat him. Who beat him? For Ramazan Ameev. So those are and that was short notice. Ramazan Ameev, short notice UFC debut. So you got to that one throw out with jitters. And Jared Gordon, who Jared Gordon just beat someone else we just talked about, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Joe Selecky. So Jared Gordon, he's decent. He's good. He's decent. Beat Joe Selecky and Green Mask. So, but Stolze, Nicholas Stolze, I don't know. I don't have much faith in this guy. I know he's got pull up and look at his gyms. Nicholas Stolze, go up a little bit. He's got 4 gyms. Go down a little bit. Down. You got this one, and they're all in his same city, Magdeburg. Look at those. 1, 2, 3, 4. They're all Magdeburg, and 2 of them are right down the street from each other. And he's the only fighter in all 4 of those places. so it's so weird. It's I belong to CrossFit the Fur.
That's his strength and conditioning.
Yeah, so he goes La Onda Fight Club. Then I go down the block to La Onda, and then I do my BJJ over at 39er Camp Kultur. What is that? I don't know. You're German, Dave. What's going on with this?
What's
up with this dude?
Striking school, pretty much.
Yeah. Stolze sucks. Pretty much. Cheers to that. Cheers to that.
Yeah,
pretty much Stolze. I agree. Stolze, he's not I think he's more LFA material, if you ask me. He should stick with the regional scenes. Maybe how old is the guy? He's 29. I don't know. He's better it's shit or get off the pot now. So
it's probably his last
fight. He better win this. If he doesn't win this, he's out. Right? I don't know anything about his contract situation.
It's got to be last fight.
I would imagine
third fight. Yeah, third fight. It's going to be his last fight on his contract, so he'll be out after this.
Yeah, and I think the French military, this guy Benoit Saint Denis, I think he should have waited for that. There's a UFC coming in Paris, I think, over the summer or something.
He'll probably
the French. And look, he's got that. If you look at his picture. Benoit Saint Denis, pull up this picture again. Look at that Maltese cross. That can be translated to a neo-Nazi. So maybe Stolze might get a little bit. It's the Maltese cross. That could have, that's for real. That could be. And if you want to go down a rabbit hole, there's somewhere in there. I think the SS or somewhere in the Nazi era, they did use the Maltese cross for. I know the swastika is their main symbol, but I think the Maltese Cross was something like similar or some shit. Maybe Nicholas Stolze is getting some hype off it. Like, oh, I'm gonna beat this Nazi. I'm just playing. Benoit Saint Denis not a Nazi. I'm just saying. But anyway, I'm taking Benoit. Is it Benoit or Benoit?
Benoit.
I know it's got Benoit, right? Because he's French. Yeah. Benoit Saint Denis slides off. It's French is such a smooth language. It's sound, even you can say, take out the la garbage, and it still sounds cool. Anyway, I'm taking Benoit Saint Denis, the god of war, the French special forces dude. Are you in agreement, or are you going to take the green mask?
No, I'm definitely in agreement. And once again, Benoit's at minus 160. So not a bad thing to get on there right away.
Right, because I think that line's going to move as well. I think when that closes, he's going to be upwards toward minus 200.
Hey, no bite.
Nice. All right, moving up the card. We've got, hold on, let me take another Memorial Day sip. All right, we got the most ridiculous line on the card. Erin Blanchfield, my girl, taking on JJ Aldrich, but the line is ridiculous. Ridiculous. It's such an insult to JJ Aldrich. Such a slap in the face. Erin Blanchfield should win. I have her pick. She's my unranked contender pick.
Oh, wow.
Contest pick.
That is insulting.
Yeah. That isn't it? It's ridiculous. And Erin Blanchfield, she's only like maybe 2 years away from her debut. Like she made her UFC debut only like recent, like I want to say in 2020 or something. What's that? Where's Sarah Alpar? What's that date?
2021.
Is there a UFC fight before that?
Nope.
Yeah, see that? And then you look on the other side, JJ Aldrich, she's got mad UFC fights. Right? How many? Open her up.
Jesus.
What's that say?
She started in 2016.
In UFC or just fighting?
In UFC. Before that,
yeah, see that? That's look at that experience compared to Erin Blanchfield.
Yeah. So she was fighting for 2 years before she went into the Ultimate Fighter, and then from the Ultimate Fighter, she went to she lost in the Ultimate Fighter, and then went to Invicta. And then went to the UFC in 2016. Has 1, 2, 3, 4,
look at her,
5.
Look at her. How she started fighting amateurs in 2010. That's what I think. What's her name? Blanchfield in 2010 was like 10 years old. That's when JJ Aldrich was started fighting like amateur. 2010, Margaret Bloom, amateur. Then she lost to. I'm looking at her amateurs, and that's. So if you include that, and there's names in her amateurs too, a lot of them. She lost to Raquel Pennington and Rachel Ostovich, but I'm saying she's got extensive amateur record. Then 2014 she became pro, and then you're right, 2016 she went to Ultimate Fighter and got her first fight. Yeah, I don't know why this line is ridiculous. This might be it's a trap, but I mean my pick is going to be Blanchfield on Tapology, but my bet I'm definitely what is she plus what?
Plus 500.
Whew, I'm definitely hedging that. I'm definitely putting a pick. What are you doing, Nora? I'm definitely doing that. Yep, Blanchfield, welcome to the rankings. Yes, I know. I will get some points on that. You all right, Nora? Okay. But yeah, JJ Aldrich definitely has a chance to win. She does. She's got the experience. She's well-rounded. I just don't see how the line is so wide like that. That's ridiculous. Yeah. It's a trap.
It's a little bit much. Not worth a bet on Erin or not worth a parlay on Erin right now. So as far as I'm concerned, this is a dogger pass. It's a puppy or pass.
Yep. Yeah, for betting purposes, definitely. Tapology, my pick is Erin, but betting, I'm throwing a little bit down on JJ. JJ. She's more of a man too. She's manlier. And Blanchfield, I noticed lately, she's been thinking she's hot stuff on Instagram as of lately. She's been doing like, and she's really not. She looks like who you'd see in a McDonald's drive-through. Oh, there! Look at Erin Blanchfield. Really? Look. Would you like fries with that? That's what she looks like. But she's playing off like she's a model on Instagram. I noticed lately. I'm like, because I do follow her. She's one of my favorite female fighters, and she's talented. Hey, fat cat. But yeah, I'm gonna have to put money on Aldrich, but pick Blanchfield. That's how it's gonna happen. So, and you're in the same boat, right?
Same. Yep. We're in agreement.
Now so far we haven't disagreed yet. Now the next fight, Andreas Mikulitis. This guy, he's not very good either. Ranj Fakhretdinov. Now this guy Fakhretdinov, he beat Eric Spicely his last fight. Eric Spicely is the only person out of his whole resume of fighters that I recognize, but he did beat him. Let's see. Yeah, he in round 1. And Eric Spicely beat Thiago, or was it? He beat I think Eric Spicely beat Thiago Santos, maybe, or he beat Eric Spicely beat somebody that was good. Open Eric Spicely up.
Ooh, 12-8.
Yeah, but he's got a win over.
He hasn't won since 2019 against Toucans.
Go down further.
Oh, and he lost to the legend.
Gerald Meerschaert, yeah.
By body
kick. But there it is.
Santos. Back in 2016, he beat Thiago Santos by rear naked choke.
That's who I meant. That's Mojeda. So that's, I'm just saying Eric Spicely is not like he's not good as of lately, but
his wins
he did have his high points here and there.
Yes, that was back in the day. I mean, I think that's pretty much done now. That's his career's over. This is it.
But this fight, I'm gonna have to lean with the Russian in this, because Eric Spicely is one of the reasons why. Who's Andreas Mikulitis beat? He beat KB Bular, India's only MMA fighter in history, KB Bular, and KB Bular is horrible. Look at this. Look at Fakhretdinov, all green, and then look at Andreas Mikulitis. He got that flying knee by Alex Pereira. That's not a good look. 18 seconds round 2?
Yeah.
18 seconds. Then before that, KB Bular. That fight against Modestas Bukauskas, where it's his retirement, that's the one. You know what happened? He, at the end of round 1, he was leaning against the cage door. They opened it and he fell out. So they called the fight. I shit you not. That's where, I swear to God, I remember seeing that.
I remember that.
I was like, what? Yeah, he was leaning after round 1. He was leaning against the cage door. They opened it to bring in the chairs and the coaching and shit, and he fell out of the cage. And they're like, all right, we're done. We're done here. No more. Because pretty much Modestas Bukauskas did take care of business with him in the round 1. He should have. It was like this. He was saved by the bell, but then he lost by the cage. So it was one of those. Noah Allen's had some bad cards as of lately. They've been okay. Not past 2 have been more rougher, but before that, I was very close to a perfect card 3 cards ago, or 3 cards ago. So this one, I'm gonna go with the kind of unknown Fakhretdinov, only because he's a 2-loss Russian, and those 2 losses, if I remember correctly, were early in his. Go down a little bit. Look, that was 2000. What's that say? 14.
Yeah, 2014.
Yeah, so I mean, come on, that's 8 years ago. So lots changed since then. I definitely got to take the Russian here over the Greek, Andreas Mikulitis. They don't say where he trains out of, though, the Russian. I heard that. I heard he's Dagestani, though.
I just want to say, as far as all of his green goes, fighting against a guy who is 1-2, fighting against a guy who's 0-1-1, 2-1, 0-0, 10-8, 1-1, 0-0, 0-0, 1-1, 3-3. So we've got so his last 3 fights was a guy against 14-2, then a guy who was 8-4, then a guy who was 12-5. I get it. You want to pad your record, but this is all fake. This is all fake.
All fake. Yeah, let me see.
Fake news. Fake news.
Yeah,
fake
here's a couple good ones. The GFC stands for Guerrilla Fighting Championships. Alberto Uda, that guy was 14-2. He was all right. Let's see. And he choked him out in round 1. Let me pull up this guy. Oh, he doesn't look that great though. He looks like a plumber. Oh, he's a Nova Unyao though.
And he hasn't won a fight. And that was at the end of his career.
Right. But this dude fought Jake Collier back when Jake Collier was a middleweight. Interesting, right? And he fought Marvin Vittori too. Yeah.
Regardless, this guy Uda. It was the end of his career. Very end of his career. So come on now.
Yeah.
Want to look at Johnny Carlos? Right. Let's look at Johnny Carlos. Who is Uda. No. I'm not wasting my time looking at Johnny Carlos. All right.
Anyway, yeah, you got a point, but I think Andreas Mikulitis, who's he? Like Katie Bular is not a good win, and he's the same thing. He's the same way. I think he's a can crusher as well.
Okay, I'm going to go Mikulitis on this one. I will go Mikulitis on this one, who has fought Alex Pereira, KB Bular, Modestas Bukauskas, Arsenio Santos. I know him. So come on. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Look at Andreas Mikulitis wiki. It's 5 years ago, but look at the bottom of his wiki. He's got first place IBJJF Nogi European Championships, Naga European Championships, Nogi European. He's got all these submission like this BJJ European crap championships, but that was also back in 2010 to 2013.
Andreas Mikulitis is plus 250.
Oh, he might be. Yeah, he might be worth a shot. I don't know. You can't trust this guy though.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Marcel Fortuna. That's a good win. Decent win. Titan FC. The rest of them, I don't.
This. I'm being talked into this one.
Oh, I'm starting to too. I'm looking at these guys now, and
I haven't got my last.
And even though he's 5 years old, he does have a lot of. What's that?
I even got my last 2 picks with him right too. I picked his loss against Pereira, and I picked his win.
Huh. Yeah. I don't know about this one though. My early feeling is I'm going to take the Russian guy, but all right, good. We finally disagree on one.
I am leaning Mikulitis on this one. Definitely, I'm leaning Mikulitis, and I'm going to put a bet in before the odds change. All right, moving on.
I don't think they're going to change. Okay, good. Hold on, I'm going to star this one. This might be a bet, a t-shirt bet or something. All right, moving on.
Osborne. For Christ's sakes. I can't afford your wardrobe anymore. I still owe you a hoodie and a t-shirt. I can't afford your wardrobe. Jesus Christ. Okay, moving on.
Did you get my last one? Did you get my last one I sent you?
What was your last one?
It was
it was the GM3 shirt. It was fucking awesome.
I sent you one after that. A Canadian. No, not that. I sent you a Canadian. You didn't get it yet, though. It's in the mail.
Not yet. All right, awesome. Thanks,
I sent it like 2 weeks ago. But anyway, you'll get it. Next we have Osborne and Zaruk Adashev. This is a low key closer than you would think fight.
Yeah.
Everybody's on the side of Odie Osborne. Like if you look at his Tapology public pick, I think it's super. The line is huge. Look at 91%, 91% taking Odie Osborne. But dude, Zaruk Adashev, he's not as horrible as everybody thinks. He beat Ryan Benoit, upset everybody's parlay with that. I know he lost to Tyson Nam in his UFC debut, and he lost to Sumadarji, but I don't know. The Lion. His last fight he won, and I lost money on him. And I don't like shame on me, you know. Odie Osborne, he beat CJ Vergara. Good win. CJ Vergara I think that was his debut. I know it was. And then before that, though, he got flying knee round 1 against Manel Cape, whatever. He beat Jerome Rivera. He lost to Brian Boom Kelleher, but Brian Boom Kelleher slick with the guillotines, and he did get him with the guillotine. And before that, he was in Dana White Contender Series where he beat Armando Villarreal by armbar. I don't know. Odie Osborne's training out of Syndicate. Zaruk Adashev is training out of New York City. I don't know where. He's an Uzbekistani. So I don't know. I'm still a lot of questions about Zaruk Adashev for me, but I don't feel confident as the line suggests I should for Odie Osborne. I suppose right now, early prediction, I'll lean Odie Osborne just because he's got the experience level is better. He beat Jerome Rivera. That's a good fight. And he beat CJ Vergara. But I don't know. What's the line on this? What is the odds?
This is kind of scary. The reach advantage is kind of scary. 65 inches and 72 inches. Eesh.
Yeah, that's a 7. That's substantial. It's 3.5 inches on each.
Substantial.
Yeah. What's the odds?
Where are we here? Where is Odie?
There he is.
Minus 170 and plus 140. Interesting.
Oh, that's the same as the Joe Selecky, pretty much. So, yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm gonna go with the favorite right now because of the reach advantage and shit. But if Zaruk Adashev brings it to the ground, reach advantage ain't shit on the ground if it comes to a grappling fight. But I don't know if Zaruk Adashev is a ground dude. I don't know if he's a wrestler. He's got some wins in Bellator, but no submissions that I see on the last 5. He's got a knockout over a Bellator guy in round 2. It's Tevin Dice, but I don't know. You got some stats up there
for sure.
Zaruk Adashev, what's he got for takedown?
His last 3 fights. So Odie Osborne, definite advantage on the feet, 4.74 against 3.54. Strike absorbs though 4.92 to 2.91. So he does take more strikes than he does land, but the volume's pretty much up there. Defense, not much to speak of. Striking accuracy 44 against 39. Striking defense 42 against 65. Not very impressive. This is kind of weird though. Takedown average 1.09 for Odie, 0 for Zaruk.
Yeah. See, that's why I'm gonna take Odie Osborne. I was mentioning, Zaruk Adashev's only real legit path to victory would be ground, and I said I don't even know if he's good on the ground, and obviously he doesn't go for takedowns. So Odie Osborne's my pick.
No.
Sumadarji, Tyson Nam. I think Odie Osborne probably beat Tyson Nam too. Tyson Nam knocked out this guy in 32 seconds of round 1. Zaruk Adashev. He upset a lot of people though by beating Ryan Benoit. So he messed up a lot of parlays. So I don't know. I'm still gonna take Odie Osborne as the Jamaican sensation. But all right. Let's move on. Why Dave's messing with his dog. Moving on. Next, we have the flyweight fight between Jeff Molina and Zalgas Zumagulov, the Kazakhstani guy that wears what's he got? Like he's got some dead animal hat. That is his. He owns a hawk or something, and the hawk killed this thing. I swear to God, the hawk or eagle or whatever, he owns like a bird of prey, and the bird of prey killed this thing, and Zacco made a hat out of it, and he wears the shit to the face-offs. It's crazy, intense. So, and plus, Zalgas Zumagulov, I guess in Kazakhstan TV, he was on the Kazakhstan Bachelor, and he's got like 4 wives.
Nice.
Yeah, I heard all this crap. It's weird. The life of Zalgas Zumagulov. But Jeff Molina is the real deal. He's a great interviewer. He's a fan of the UFC. He knows he's on all of James Lynch's pro pick things. He always has Jeff Molina on there. He's definitely dedicated to his trade. He trains at Glory MMA, and he's part of their home team. Like he puts aside his other life, his regular outside the cage type life for camps when he's training to fight these guys. I just saw a recent interview with it wasn't James Lynch either. I forgot who it was, but he talked about this fight against, and he said Zacco was probably the toughest guy he's fought in his career. But let's take a look at who he's beat in his a 9-fight win streak for Jeff Molina. And I'm just going to talk about the last 5. Most recently, he beat Daniel Da Silva, TKO, round 2. Good one. Before that, Arichi Glang, unanimous decision. That was his UFC debut. Prior to that, he was in Dana White Contender Series where he beat Jacob Silva, unanimous decision. Before that, Kenny Porter. That was in FAC, which stands for Fighting Alliance Championships. That is in Missouri. That's like a Glory MMA training. That's like a Glory MMA type of regional scene. That's where they get a lot of practice for their fighters. And then he was an LFA, Chance Wilson. Like I said, the kid Jeff Molina is on a 9-fight win streak. He's one of your unranked contender picks too. Do you know that?
Yes, he is.
He's like your first pick.
Yeah,
he's your first pick in the entire contest.
I think he's gonna lose this fight though.
Oh, you think so?
I don't know. He might. I don't know. I don't know.
I'm on the side of Jeff Molina.
I don't want to jinx it.
Yeah, well, I did hear, you don't bet a guy with a dead animal on his head, but don't bet against a guy with a dead animal on his head. But I'm gonna take Jeff Molina here. Let's take a look at Jeff Molina. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I love seeing all that green. I don't think Zacco is gonna be breaking it up. Well, and look at his only losses were early in his career. Go down a little bit. Look at his first and third fights as a pro as his only losses. I know they're against nobodies, but still, he was just coming up and comer. So I'm on the side of El Jefe, Jeff Molina. I like that he's young, 24 years old. Zacco, what's he? 33.
Yeah, you're right. Eh? All right. I'm starting to fade the other way now.
Yep. Yeah, I'm definitely on the side of Jeff. I'm confident too. Jeff Molina should be able to win this. I don't know if Zacco's got maybe, but of course it's a fight. Of course he's got a chance, but I'm on the side of Jeff Molina. What's the lines? What's the betting line?
Look at the strikes. Sorry, 8.72 strikes per minute. Wow, look at the volume. Sorry. Jeff Molina.
Go back to that second. Go back to your stats second.
8.72 strikes landed per minute. That's a lot.
Yeah, to what? What's Zacco have?
4.60.
Oh, double the volume, pretty much.
Now strike absorbed 6.12, but Zalgas absorbs 5.10.
Oh, that's a negative strike differential. That's bad.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Now the ground game.
El Jefe.
The ground game looks like it's leaning towards Zalgas with takedowns 1.25 versus 0. Takedown accuracy for Zalgas sucks at 21%. Takedown defense at 50. Mind you, Jeff Molina takedown accuracy is 0 and takedown defense is 37. So Jeff Molina is looking at this on its feet.
But Zalgas does have 2 more fights in the UFC. Jeff Molina's only got the 2. ARG, and they're both wins, but he's got a lower sample size. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
that's why
on stats, I've got a 3 fights against De Silva, Undering, and Silva, and I've got 4 fights for Zalgas. So I mean, it's not that bad. It's pretty close.
Oh, right. Okay.
The sample's decent.
I got you.
But yeah, Zalgas is not really a stand-up guy.
But I haven't looked at the prop lines. Yeah.
I don't know if I got props yet.
Oh, look at Gerald Lynch with the info on the Maltese Cross. He just Googled all this because I said, look at that Maltese Cross. In France, the Maltese Cross was symbol of the Musketeers of Armagnac. The elite military group supported Louis the 8th, or was that 13th and 14th. Awesome. I love Gerald Lynch's knowledge. I love the knowledge, Gerald Lynch. Love it. I knew it was something. I recognize the Maltese Cross, but don't mind her. That's great. Fantastic. Elite military, and that makes sense he'd get that tattoo because Benoit Saint-Denis is French Special Forces. So elite military group. Perfect. I love it. I'm big on Benoit Saint-Denis. You know, I looked at today, Dave. We've been doing these streams for over a year. Our first stream together was May 1st. That was the 8-hour one while I was getting wasted on soju all night. And you talked about your history with raising equestrian horses. I rewatched hot parts of it. Like I was like, all the parts that Real News MMA put a timestamp in the description. I rewatched those. I'm like, oh, hilarious. My speech was slurred. No, it was all
it was a fun night. It was a fun
night. Oh, Dirty Reg in the house. Dev the Dude showing up. All right. What's up? You going to bed? No? Yeah, extra large. Okay. Anyway, so we're both on the side of Jeff Molina. Let's move on to this interesting main card curtain jerker rematch. Strawweight females, Felice Herrig and Karolina Kowalkiewicz.
Keep going.
You know how to say it?
Keep trying. No, I want to hear you. I want to hear you do it again.
Yeah. Kowalkiewicz. Karolina Kowalkiewicz. Carolina Kowalkiewicz? I don't know. Nothing could be finer than to be in Carolina in the morning. Carolina, if you pull up her Tapology. Huh?
This is the hottie fight of the night.
Oh, definitely. Both these women are beautiful. But if you pull up their Tapology, and Carolina, all 5 red. All red.
Way too much
crazy.
No.
Yeah, a lot of red. Actually, her last win was against Felice Herrig, I do believe. Right?
Yes,
I'm gonna pull it up now. Yeah, so like as I mentioned, this is the rematch. Careful, does that have nuts in it? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, when was it? 2018?
Yeah.
Her last win, this is a rematch. Felice Herrig hasn't been doing that hot either. Was she on a 3-fight losing skid?
Yep.
I don't even know why they threw this fight in there. So it's kind of comical.
Pretty bad.
This was is this a replacement? No, I don't even know why it's in there, but and they made it the opener for the main card, so people are unreal. Okay. Anyway, I didn't do my research on this, but I do know. I'm from quick looking at it. Yeah, it is. Jessica Penney beat her. I can't even go through all these. Jessica Andrade, that's Michelle Waterson, Alexa Grau. But look at all these names. Zhao Yan. Look at all the Jessica Penney. So look, all these girls that did beat Karolina Kowalkiewicz or Kowalkiewicz. She don't even got a nickname. Carolina. Huh?
Just call her Carolina. What? Carolina and Felice.
Carolina. No. And Felice Herrig, the little bulldog.
I got one of those.
Felice Herrig, but she's she lost to Carolina, and then she lost to Michelle Waterson, Karate Hottie, and then Verna Jandarova. Those 3 losses aren't that bad either. Who'd she beat before that? Justin Keesh and Courtney Casey. That was 4 years ago since her last win. 4 years ago. When's the?
Oh, I like this though. Wins over Rose Namajunas, wins over Heather Clark, Randa Marcos. That's some good names.
What are you looking at?
Okay.
Here, let's just share the screen.
Carolina.
Oh yeah. She is a very attractive woman.
All right.
Polish.
Yeah.
Polish.
She's 12-7. And I get it. Lots of red against Jessica Penney, Zhao Yuanyang, Alexa Grasso.
Look at those names though. All those names are contenders.
Yeah.
All those red names are contenders.
And back in the
Joanna
day,
Jacek.
And this was a while ago, but I mean, she beat Rose Namajunas, Heather Clark, Randa Marcos. Randa Marcos was good back then. I don't know.
Yeah. Both these girls match up pretty. They're within an inch of height and reach of each other. They're within a year and age to each other. This is a good matchup. What was the first? Who won the first time around? It was Carolina, and she won by what? Split decision. Ooh, I don't know. This is going to be interesting. I got to see I don't know how to play this. Give me a coin. I'll flip it. That's where I'm at with this. I have no idea.
There's better bets on this card. I even got that one right. Holy shit. Nice. There's better bets on this card than this one. What's the line at? I mean, it's got to be pretty dead even.
I don't know. I got to catch up with the chat real quick.
Right.
I didn't. Let's eat. Nice show, Dev. Listen while working today. Dev the dude, I heard you and Clint have beef. Yeah, I guess Clint blocked him on Instagram. What a shit fight. Feeling good this week. Dev quit betting. He's just picking now. And he said last week he went I think 8 or 9, I think 9 for 11. He only got 2 wrong because he didn't bet. That's why. So when you put money on it, you start messing up. His hair falling off a bit. Clint don't like me. He blocked me.
I don't have odds for this. Huh.
Because it was just added like yesterday.
Yeah, I have no odds for this yet.
It was a close bout. It was a split decision bout better. So yeah, I would imagine the favorite's going to be Carolina because she won the first round or the first fight. This is the most sensible statement right here. They made them fight each other so they can definitely cut one. Well, they can rightfully cut Carolina right now. She's on 5-fight losing streak. Carolina got dominated and subbed easily by Jessica Penney. Jessica Penney is one of my least favorite girls. Both gals do bring it. Thought Carolina retired. Me too. Herrig doesn't grapple. Interesting. Where is she training out of? What's that gym? I can't. What's that say? The gym? Ooh. Down a little. Right there.
Which one?
Felice Herrig.
Oh,
Felice Herrig.
Oh,
you want to use it? All right.
She's fighting out of Team Curran MMA. Who has?
Nobody.
I don't know who that guy is.
No, you stay down here with that.
Oh, Jens Pulver. Nice.
Oh, I love Jens Pulver. What is he like? He's like 48 now, isn't he?
82.
What?
He's 82. Yeah. I got nothing to say about the gym. The gym's got nobody recent.
Are there any other girls besides Felice Herrig? None, right? Not one other girl.
No, a bunch of Chuck Norrises. Though. Bunch of Chuck Norrises.
Oh yeah, 3 of them. 9-2 Dev went last week. Nice. Betting, yeah, you're better. You're much better when you don't bet, Dev, and you get so salty when you lose money. Line is favoring Herrig. Okay, so I guess there's lines out somewhere, just not Bet 365. I don't think Bet Online. Have it up right now, and oh, there's a line. Felice Herrig minus 150, Carolina plus 130.
There you go.
That was wow. Damon Jackson's a minus 270 against that Daniel Argueta. I'm taking Damon Jackson, but Daniel Argueta's undefeated, man. I didn't notice that. That's crazy. That's craziness right there.
I don't have that fight either.
Because they're both there. I know they're just added recently. That's probably why. But anyway, back to this. Yeah, Felice Herrig. You know what her face looks like? She looks like that girl on. Did you ever see that MTV show called The Ridiculousness?
Yes.
With Rob Dyrdek. She looks like that girl Chanel West Coast or whatever. That girl on that show. Doesn't her face right there look like her? Yep. Dev can't stand Penne either.
I can't stand Chanel West Coast.
What's that?
I can't stand Chanel West Coast. Yeah, no, not for me. Not my style.
I think Dan will beat Damon. Yeah, I'm not confident, but I'm picking Damon. He's got better experience, and isn't he coming off like back-to-back wins? Once Charles Rosa, and then he beat somebody else too after. We already covered it. I hate chalky lines on mediocre fighters. Yeah, like Aaron Blanchfield. That's a chalky line, which she should be maybe minus 200, not minus 600. That's ridiculous. Do not insult Chanel West Coast. She's fine as F. Dave Colburn, good evening, fight fans. Can't bring myself to parlay low-level fighters. Oh, you get used to it. I love it. I parlay every fighter that I put on a show. I parlay. I put him in parlay. Jackson is surging. He is with his surging faster than his hairline's receding. So anyway, I'm still coin flipping.
Who is that girl on the Jersey Shore? Who is the girl on the Jersey Shore, Dev? Hold on a second, Dev. Who is the girl on the Jersey Shore? The short one, a little bit plumpy. That's who reminds me of. That's who reminds me of Chanel West Coast. Same thing.
What's her name? She's got like a stupid nickname too, like
I forget what her name is.
Ootsie or Pop.
Whatever.
Oh, Snooky.
There you go.
There it is.
Chanel West Coast is like the new Snooky.
Well, that's the Jersey Shore. That's East Coast. That'd be Snooky East Coast. Chanel
West Coast Snooky. West Coast Snooky for sure.
Okay. All right. So all right. I'm still on the fence. I can't even pick this. I don't know yet. I have to do some more. I gotta do some more Capra comparisons to find out.
Coin toss right now. Yeah, coin toss right now.
But right now, I guess Felice Herrig is a minus 150. Did I say that right? I'll note that. So the bookies got her winning. She hasn't lost 5 in a row like Carolina, but Carolina's last win was against Felice Herrig. And those 5 were killers too. You got to consider that too. People forget about that. All right, let's move up Okay, now this guy, I don't know much about Askar Mazharov.
No.
I do know quite a bit about Alonzo Menifield, but Askar Mazharov is kind of a big question mark to me. The Ukrainian heavyweight is dropping down to 205, and he has fought at heavyweight a lot of his career, I guess, but he's dropping down to fight Alonzo Atomic Menifield at light heavyweight. Right, this is light heavyweight fight, and this fight. I did do some research on this. Oh yeah, I covered it already. So okay, Alonzo Menifield, he's coming off a fight that he should have beat William Knight, but William Knight got the nod and he got the unanimous decision. However, I had Alonzo Menifield in a bet, and I picked him as I judge the fights with Vlad in between rounds. Like I give that round to Alonzo Menifield, 10-9, 10-9. I know I gave the first round to William Knight, but I think Alonzo Menifield won the last two. But whatever, he lost to William Knight. Before that, he beat Ed Herman. That's a good fight. He beat Fabio Cherant by Von Flue choke in round one. Fabio Cherant's decent, Water Buffalo, but that was Fabio Cherant's UFC debut. So, it is what it is.
Von Flue choke's is pretty, like 1 minute and 11 seconds in round one. That's pretty good.
Yeah, you're right. And I think Fabio Cherant was coming in real with urgency too. That's how this guy, Askar Mazharov, that's his whole style. Look at his last fights, 33 seconds TKO against some Evgeny Golub in some Ukraine regional scene. Before that, 27 seconds in round one against Fabrice somebody. Okay, before that, knockout in round one against Konstantin Linik. He lost to Christian Torres. Christian Torres, I think he's been in either Bellator or UFC. I've heard that name. So, and before that, he was just regional, tearing up people on regional scene. But the dude's got 7 losses, and you got to think 6 of those 7 are the people that you've never heard of. You know what I mean? So let's
he opened up his career in 2016. Oh, so my goodness. Wait a second. When is this? 2014. Wow.
Okay, 2014 started fighting.
Started knocking people out.
Look at those guys at the bottom are so bad they don't even have a record.
No, that's right.
they don't even have a record.
And the first guy who actually had a record, he lost to Alexei Ivanov. Then he beat another can. Then he lost to 2 cans. Then he beat a can.
Yeah.
Then he beat somebody with an even record, I guess, pretty much. I'm sure he lost that. Yeah, that loss was China Regional against nobody, 0-1. Jeez. Custom rules.
Why I gotta go.
Custom rules. China Regional. Round one. KO and oh boy.
Yeah, that's why I gotta go with what I know. Alonzo Menifield. I'm getting feedback from your end too. You turn your TV down. Look at William Knight. That shouldn't have even been a loss. But look at, you got the good win over Ed Herman and Fabio Cherant. The OSP and Devin Brown Bear Clark, those are legit losses because those guys beat a lot of people. Devin Clark's good. OSP, he's legendary. He'll be my next shirt I make. The new legend. He's really the Von Flue choke is going to be renamed the OSP choke.
Yep.
Go down a little bit. I want to see prior to Devin Clark. Paul Craig. What a good win that is, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I'm on the side of Alonzo Menifield, sticking with what I know. He's only got 3 losses against UFC caliber opponents, where Askar Mazharov lost 7 times to not UFC caliber people.
No, I like Menifield too.
Mazarov is the bigger guy, though. He's going to have 3 inches. His head coach is Mike Swick. Mike Swick was Ultimate Fighter 1, I think, with he trains out of AKA Thailand, AKA Thailand, and I was like checking that out. And Mike Swick is the head coach over there. Mike Swick, I used to like him back in the first Ultimate Fighter, there he is, Mike Swick. That dude, I think he was in the house with Forrest Griffin and Stephen Bonner, I think. I know he was early Ultimate Fighter, Mike Swick. Click on Mike Swick, see if he pulls up his fight thing. Oh yeah, there he is. That's when Quick Mike Swick, 15-6.
Back in the day. That's an old picture.
Yeah, let's see when was his last fight?
He's 42 years old.
Oh, look at that. You can see he was going 2015 last fight, but you can see his way out. Look at.
Yeah.
But look at Dan Hardy's essay.
Yeah,
Immortal Matt Brown.
Yeah,
he's got some decent.
Paulo Thiago back in the day, like back in when Paulo Thiago was really good in his prime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, decent coach, but anyway, doesn't matter. I think Alonzo Benefield's gonna beat this dude up. He's gonna. I don't know if he's gonna.
Wow, 2 losses to Chris Lieben and Stephen Bonner. How's that for one of the originals?
Yeah, see what I mean? He's veteran.
I watched that shit live. Damn.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Flip back to Askar Mazarov. How's he been losing? I want to see.
Got knocked out in 2019 and bulldog choke in 2019.
Yeah, I got Alonzo Menafield within distance.
I agree.
I'm going to say, and you know what? If you look at the over-under on this, I wrote it down. The over 1.5 rounds is plus money. Is plus 185 when I wrote it down that was bet online. Do you have over-under? Do you have totals on that?
No, yet. I got no props yet.
Okay, but the over 1.5 was plus 8. So the books think that this is going to end quickly. And I think so too. I think Alonzo Menafield. I got him finishing Askar Mazarov TKO round 1. That's my prediction. Let's see. Menafield so inconsistent. How's Askar's chin? Menafield's dangerous that first round. A lot of Askar wins came at WW in the beginning of his career. Kenobi was pretty good. Leaning Askar, Alonzo can't get it. Huh. Took early into the podcasting and other revenue streams. Also Team Quest staple. Interesting. I didn't know that. I know he's AKA all the way. That's why, hey, you want to take a job as the head coach in Thailand? Weird. But hey, if you pay me enough, I'll do it too. Okay. Alonzo can get hit. You're right, but I think he's got a strong enough chin to withstand. I mean, he withstood William Knight. William Knight rocked him that first round, and I thought it was done. But Alonzo Menafield managed to recover and come back, and he lost. But as I said, I would give round 2 to Alonzo Menafield, and round 3 could have went either way. But Alonzo Menafield, it was a boring fight. I remember that. But Alonzo Menafield had that blanket wrestling style control against the cage. He had William Knight pressed against the cage for pretty much the entire 3rd round, but they still gave it to William Knight for some reason. Anyway, whatever. I'm taking Alonzo Menafield here, but who you taking, Dave?
Same thing right now.
Yeah, early predictions.
I want to see the weigh-ins. I think Askar might come in and be just gigantic compared to him, and that might sway me. But I need to see the weigh-ins. I need to see how they look. If Askar does come in 3 inches bigger and 20 pounds heavier.
What was his last recorded weight for Askar?
His last weight was 204.
Okay, he's all right then. I know, like, he has fought at heavyweight though. And I definitely Blood Money. I heard somebody earlier in the chat was saying Blood Money has him winning by KO as well. But anyway, oh look, against Chuck Norris.
Yeah.
The last fight you just showed, he fought Chuck Norris.
So he fought Evgeny Gulub at heavyweight 265 and knocked him out.
Yeah. That guy looks like a bigger version of Justin James. Anyway,
but it doesn't have the weights though. It doesn't have their weights, which is kind of interesting. All we know is they were heavyweights. So we don't know what he weighed in at. And his last bare knuckle boxing.
You're making stuff up on your show. Making what stuff up? You gotta be more detailed. I don't know what you're talking about, Jedi. So, yeah, I guess I'm taking Alonzo Menifield. You're on the same page?
Yeah, I'm on Alonzo Menifield until the weigh-ins. I want to see how big this guy is because I don't know this Askar guy. I need to do some more research on him. See how big he is. He's got mean-ass tattoos. He's got some good tattoos.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Okay, let's move up the main card. Mike Trizano, Jersey's own, from Tiger Showman, taking on Lucas Almeida. Lucas Almeida is not bad. I think I did do some research for this one. But this is his UFC debut, this Lucas Almeida. He's got one loss in the Contender Series against a decent guy named Daniel Zellhuber. Yeah, I didn't say you made that up. What are we talking about? You said you lost $300, or you could have lost $300. You had, if Holmes had won, you would have gained $300. So you said something like that. So I'm not. Why are you saying I'm making stuff up? Why are you saying I'm making stuff up, Jedi? You're saying I'm making stuff up because I never said you're making stuff up. I told it how you told it. Anyway, so back to this. Lucas Almeida. Lucas Almeida. He's got he's 13-1. He's only lost that one and that was against a good fighter in that the red there, that Zellhuber. He was supposed to lose that. Otherwise, he's like a jungle fights champ, I think. Like most of his stuff is jungle fights, that's the Brazilian regional scene. Fights out of Team Kyoshi, which is Fernando Kyoshi is the head coach. That's why it's called Team Kyoshi. No other fighters out of that gym that I recognize. Mike Trizano is coming off a loss to Hakeem Dawodu, one of your unranked contender picks. Before that, he beat Ludovic Klein. Good win right there, Ludovic Klein. He lost to Grant Dawson, one of my unranked contender picks. What? Karma, I'll get you later. Well, I don't get it, Jedi. But okay. So, Mike Trizano, he's Luis Pena. He beat him split decision. That's the Violent Bob Ross. I think he's in jail now for like robbery or domestic abuse or something, or maybe a loony bin. He did something like nutty, I forget. But Violent Bob Ross is definitely not fighting anymore. And before that, he beat Joe Giannetti where he won the Ultimate Fighter for that season. So I'm taking Mike Trizano here only because Lucas Almeida has not really proven anything to me. He's beaten these guys in jungle fights, but I'm going to fade the Contender Series dude here. I'm going to take Jersey's own Mike Trizano. Justin Jr. trying to start beef with a grown man. Karma will get me. I don't know what he's talking about. You know what? I think maybe it's because I say he doesn't like because before he said something like when he's used like 3 different names. He went from MMA Genie to Pain and to something else. And I commented one time on one of his things and I called him Pain and he was like, no, don't call me that anymore. And I said that in the Capital Prayers. I was like, Just Junior or MMA Jedi does not like me calling him by the other names. I did. So that was kind of made up because he didn't come out and directly say that to me, but he said it in a comment or some shit. Whatever. I guess karma will get me. Anyway, you're welcome, MMA Jedi, for supporting your site and using your picks. No thank you necessary, I guess. The gratitude, I love it. All right. Anyway, who you taking for this fight?
I'm gonna go with the Truzano. With the win, loss, time for a win. Yeah.
So you're doing the pattern.
As far as Lucas Almeida's UFC debut, I don't fade anybody who's going to come in the UFC and lose their first fight. I'm okay with that. So, yeah. I'm going to pick the more experienced Truzano. Better record, better ranking. He's on the win, loss. I think he's due for a win. But coin flip for now for me.
Yeah, I'm on the side of Mike Truzano. I like.
But I don't like the odds. The odds at minus 250 is a little steep.
I bet against him in that win against Ludwig Klein. I bet against him, and he, shame on me. He won that, and he did win it. Ludwig Klein looked like crap in that fight, so I'm gonna go ride that train, the Truzano train. Now the next fight, I have no idea. This one, Karine Silva and Poliana Botello. Man, these women fights, I don't know. Like eBay's calls them kitchen fights because they're women. He's like, and I know earlier this week, MMA Guru put out a video said, should women's MMA be allowed in the UFC? And a lot of people being upset about these women fights because they could go either way all the time. And everyone's upset about that Holly Holm robbery. So Poliana Botello, she's 8-4. Huh?
Jedi has troops.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. Well, all right, Jedi. I'm sorry. Whatever I did, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry for. I won't use your picks anymore. I know. Whatever. It is what it is. So Poliana Botello, 8-4. She's coming off 2 losses right there. This other girl, Karine Silva, is streaking right now. But this is her UFC debut, right? So she lost, or most recently.
Jesus, look at that. That's scary.
Oh, that's that Brazilian juice right there. For sure. Killer. She's got biceps.
Damn.
Huge biceps.
It's all about the love. Too much love. Damn, but she looks impressive. That is an impressive Tapology picture if I've ever seen one. And the record's looking pretty damn good too. Hi, baby. Come here. Come here.
Yeah, it is. I didn't see. This is where I stopped my research. I didn't really check her out. I don't really know much about this girl. Is that I'm gonna have to pull up my Tapology straight up just to check her out. But man, her biceps are monstrous. Karine Silva, 14-4, Brazil on Brazil. Let's see. Yeah, CD Roca. She's popular in Brazil. CD Roca where she had a robbery loss to who's the pretty girl just fought undefeated all girls facility. She fought and lost. man, I can't think. It was just like two events ago. But anyway, CD Roca had a robbery draw against this girl, and her name's right tip of my tongue. I just can't think of it. You know what? I'll pull it up. I'll pull up CD Roca and I'll tell you who it was. It's Melissa Gatto. Melissa Gatto. CD Roca fought and had a draw with Melissa Gatto. That should have been a win for CD Roca. But anyway, Karine Silva beat CD Roca, and I don't know any of these other girls though throughout the entire list, top to bottom. And look up the first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, she got a ton of cans. She did a lot of can crushing. Except for her last three fights were not cans. And they won by heel hook, armbar, and guillotine against not cans, because you could look at their records and see they're not cans. But everybody else in her whole list, all cans. Oh, Marina Moroz. That was a loss, but still, she's a good name. But Poliana Botelho, though. You can't trust the girl fights. You can't trust her. She's much prettier. But 2 losses. She beat Lauren Mueller. Losses to Cynthia Calvillo. Beat Siri Kondo in round 1, 33 seconds. Pro Gonzalez, that's good. Silvana Gomez Juarez, that's good. And the rest of them, I don't know any of the other girls, but still a lot more known names for opponents for Poliana Botelho. But I heard this girl is not she's not good at grappling. I heard. And I'm looking, and I don't see any submission wins. Her wins are either decision or through striking or kicks. And her losses are decision or rear naked choke. Yeah, decision and 1 rear naked choke. So, man, I don't know what to do here.
Don't go too deep on this one.
Yeah, I can't get over that girl's biceps, Karine Silva. I can't get over her biceps. So I don't know what to do here. I'm just going to, let's see, stop. Let's see. Oh, here we go with the trolling. Awesome.
Paulina is a big dog. Karina Silva, I don't know, man. Those
I like biceps. The Baconator, to be honest with you. Fat Comparison Picks likes the Baconator. Get it right.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna pick the newcomer. Usually in guy fights on their UFC debut, I kind of fade them, but in women fights, you kind of never know. You gotta be a real Polyana fan. Did we just have an update? Yeah, we just had an update. Minus 125, plus 100. Yeah, I'm still gonna go with Silva, the favorite. But I mean, I'm not putting any money on this. In Tapology, I'll pick Silva. But I worked too hard for my money for this. No thanks.
Yeah, this is Karine's UFC debut. About better. It is.
Exactly. I mean, UFC debut favorites. All right, there's been a few. We'll see.
I think next time I do a show, I'll just wear an old man mask so nobody sees what I look like. I'm just playing. Maybe that's what I'll do. Anyway, so
don't go there.
I know. All jokes aside, I'm sorry.
My dog's gonna eat me alive.
I'm not putting any faith into this fight, so right now I'm gonna lean Poliana Botelho for the experience, but I don't know. I'm still on the fence there. Let's move up to the co-main event. Dan Ige, Movsar Evloev. I'm all over Movsar Evloev. I think he's awesome. Undefeated, 15-0. I saw a bunch of snippets on Instagram where he's just destroying people. Dan Ige, he's been letting me down as of lately. I didn't do a breakdown. I didn't do research yet, but look at Movsar Evloev taking care of Hakeem Dawodu.
They're all decision. He's the decisionator. He hasn't knocked anybody out since 2018.
I'm going to take him by decision.
Decision, which I hate to say it, smart way to win. And he's fighting Dan Ige right now, who's 15-5, coming off of 2 losses by decision. His last win was by knockout, and then split decisions back, back in Dan Ige, 2020.
Hawaiians don't get finished. Hawaiians are tough as shit, so they don't,
safest bet here is
Canadian
Movsar Evloev by decision.
Yeah, that's where I'm going. But Dan Ige does have some good. He beat Edson Barboza. He beat your Canadian Gavin Tucker.
Yeah.
But those are sprinkles in between the most recent
losses. You want to have a quick look at the stats to make up your mind?
Sure. Let's look at them.
All right. Strikes landed per minute. Dan Ige, 3.9 to 4.32. Movsar has the win on that one. Strike absorbs per minute, 3.47 compared to 2.79. Yeesh, big advantage for Movsar on that one. Takedown average, 1.35 versus 4.0. Big advantage for Movsar on that one as well. Takedown accuracy, 25 to 47. Advantage for Movsar. Takedown defense, 55 to 71. Advantage for Movsar. Significant striking, 57 versus 63. Advantage for Movsar. Accuracy, 46 to 44. I'm going to call that a wash. Movsar wins in every category. Easily.
Look at the past. Easily. The last 5 that Movsar beat: Sungwoo Choi, Enrique Barzola, Mike Grundy, Nick Lentz, and Hakeem Dawodu. All 5 of those guys are decent. Like, 7-1, 16-4. Mike Grundy 12-1. So
he's dominated everyone.
I'm all over Movsar. What's the line? Movsar is probably a huge favorite. What is it?
Dan Ige plus 275. Movsar is a
minus 400. Minus 400. I got that online. That's disgusting. Yeah, I didn't think it was that could be that wide. And at plus 300, it might be worth a little sprinkle on a hedge just because he's Hawaiian. But I'm gonna go with Movsar as my Tapology pick. As betting wise, I'm gonna stay away right now. I don't know. We'll see what happens when it's closer to fight time. But right now, I'm staying right away from that. And it brings us to. Oh, look at Simple Man's taking Ige.
Yeah, Simple Man's simple. It's a bad choice.
Oh, funny. I gotta stop posting this stuff. I gotta stop. Just ignore it. All right. So all right. I'm just catching up with the chat. I'm sorry. About better. Big Evloev fan. Me too. About better. Me too. Master, is he a master of sport? I don't know. I would think so, being Russian, and I've seen lesser fighters be master of sports there. Simple Man taking Ige, first one. Ige, big step up. Yep. Lock. Didn't look great against Grundy. Mike Grundy's a good fighter though, and he came out on top. I agree though he did not look great against him. Ige gave Qatar problems. decent fight IQ, good counter wrestling. Yeah, I don't as I mentioned, I'm gonna take Evloev, but I don't think he should be minus 400. I was thinking maybe minus 2, but minus 4. I'm just gonna. He's my pick, but I'm staying away. Grundy blows. Isn't he the one that he just lost in London in front of his dad? His dad's dying of like cancer or something, and was that was Mike Grundy, right?
I think so.
That sucked. I doubled down once I found out his dad was going to be there and he died of cancer. I'm like, oh, this guy's definitely. And he goes and he gets guillotine choked in like 30 seconds or something.
Yeah.
Right. Unreal. Anyway, so let's move on to the main event. Here we go. Alexander Volkov, Jairzinho Rozenstruik. So, Biggie Boy, 12-3. Alexander Volkov, double-digit losses, 34-10. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Jairzinho Rozenstruik does have he's got a bunch of kickboxing fights, which they don't put on Tapology. I don't believe. I don't think I didn't do my research yet for this, but I know he's got mega kickboxing fights, this Rozenstruik. But as of recently, those losses against the wrestlers there, he was like Frozenstruik. When he fought Cyril Gane and I gotta open this up. It's too small for me to read without my glasses. But yeah, they were calling Frozenstruik because he didn't do shit. Curtis Blades and Cyril Gane, those fights. He like, I don't know. I think he might have a fear of having to use his ground game because he doesn't have much ground game. He's a kickboxer. You know what I mean? So, look at in his wiki, he's 83 matches. He won 77 and lost 6. Of those 83, he won 65 by knockout. Those are his kickboxing matches. Yeah.
Yeah, but those are just
awesome.
Yeah, no. Don't care.
Yeah, I know. Kickboxing, though, they are against like cab drivers and shit. So let me see. His that was in his wiki. Okay, but yeah, but look, he's losing to these wrestlers, and then Francis Ngannou knocked him out. But I'm saying in 20 seconds in round 1 too. But that's Francis Ngannou, But he lost to Curtis Blades, where he didn't do shit. He lost to Cyril Gane, didn't do shit. He beat Augusto Sakai. End of round 1. Look at 4:59 in the last second. If he last second of round 1, for Augusto Sakai could have just survived one more second. He beat Junior Dos Santos in round 2 by a right hook to ground and pound. He beat Alistair Overeem, Andrei Arlovsky. See, he does have some decent wins throughout here. But let's look at his opponent, Alexander Volkov. Volkov, 34-10. He's training out of Strela team, Russia, in Moscow. Coming off that loss to Tom Aspinall, where Tom Aspinall, the Brit, managed to get an arm lock and submit the guy. And Brits aren't known for. Tom Aspinall is known for his boxing, and he went and he got a submission over Alexander Volkov. Before that, he lost to he beat the Polish fighter in Marcin Tybura by unanimous decision. He also lost to Cyril Gane. He beat Alistair Overeem, Walt Harris. He lost to Curtis Blades. A lot of these similar losses. Well, a couple of them right there. Curtis Blades, Cyril Gane.
I'll put the records up side by side.
Oh, yeah? Let me see. Then we've got he beat Greg Hardy, but Greg Hardy's kind of like, ex-football player type, so a lot of people beat him. He lost to Derek Lewis, who Derek Lewis is the Black Beast. He's similar to like Jairzinho Rozenstruik, and they're both powerful strikers with kind of low level of wrestling, grappling. So that might be an indication of something. I'm going to take the underdog here in Jairzinho Rozenstruik, I think. I mean, I've been flipping back and forth a little bit on this, but because don't get me wrong, I think Alexander Volkov's a good fighter, but I think I'm going to go with the Suriname native in Rozenstruik. So,
y'all my take on this?
Yes.
All right. Very similar records. I mean, let's be honest here. I'm sorry. Hang on a second. Very similar records as far as these guys go. Thing is, his last loss against Curtis Blades, not at the top of his game. Alexander Volkov lost to Curtis Blades in 2020 when Curtis Blades was at the top of his game. Both losses to Cyril Gang, 2021. Cyril Gang, what, number 2 ranked? Yeah, okay. Cyril Gang, or number 1 ranked, maybe. Cyril Gang, not going to fade those. As far as Rozenstruik goes, his loss against Ngannou, yeah, you can't really fade that one either. But going after the last 2 fights, or even the last 3 fights, the Cyril Gang fights is a wash. Augusto Sakai, that's over the hill, man. That's an over the hill Augusto Sakai. Curtis Blades, over the hill as well. Volkov, and I mean, I realize I'm splitting hairs here. Tom Aspinall, I think pretty much going to be the up-and-coming, going to be probably one of the fastest boxers or the fastest strikers we've seen as a heavyweight, with the best foot movement we've ever seen. Impressive. This is Tom Aspinall is just a new thing that's coming on the market right now that we've never seen before. So I'm not going to fade that loss at all. Tybura, all right, pretty decent win. Cyril Gang, not going to fade that one. Beat the Ream when he should have beat the Ream. Beat Harris when he should have beat Harris. In a very impressive, dominating win. And Curtis Blades, when he lost back when Curtis Blades was actually good and a wrestler and dominated the wrestling. So unless Rozenstruik is going to dominate the wrestling on this one, and he might,
which he's not.
Yeah, I'm over Volkov on this one. I'm on the favorite. I like Volkov, big fan.
I think
6'7". He's gigantic.
Yeah, what's the side-by-side tail of the tape?
6'7" versus 6'2". It's only a 2-inch reach advantage. The weight's going to be the same, but it's going to be a much fitter Volkov compared to a very chunky Rozenstruik, who could probably fight 20 pounds lighter.
I think if Rozenstruik does manage to keep it on the feet, I think he's got an advantage though. He's got all that kickboxing experience in his background. You know, he's got I said like 83. I know they're against who knows who, cab drivers and whatever, Suriname vendors and shit, but I have no idea who we fought. But still, 83 and 65 knockouts in those 83. I mean, that's impressive, you know. So that's why I think if Rozenstruik can manage to stay up, and you got takedown deep, must have stats on these two because they got plenty of UFC fights.
Oh yeah.
What's their stats?
What's funny is that in the last fight, I've got Volkov at 250 and Jairzinho at fucking 242. I've got Volkov 8 pounds heavier than Rozenstruik. It's kind of interesting. Strikes landed per minute, 4.83 for Volkov. Rozenstruik, 2.80.
Wow.
Striking accuracy, 57 versus 46. Strike absorbs, 3.04 versus 3.07. Pretty much a wash, but still better for Volkov. Defense, 53% to 45%. So on the feet, everything leans Volkov.
Oh, that's crazy. I would have thought it would have gone the other way. How about wrestling, grappling?
Grappling. Rosenstruck, not a takedown guy. Takedown average, zero. Volkov, also not a big takedown guy, but I have seen him take a few guys down. 0.52 on the takedowns. Takedown accuracy, 70% for Volkov. Rosenstruck at a 0 for the takedowns because he does not take people down. Volkov, 71% for takedown defense. Rosenstruck, 75% for takedown defense. Pretty much a wash. Submission average. Volkov not submitting guy, just dominating guys on the ground. Submission average for Rosenstruck as well, 0.0. So if it does go on the ground, you got to give advantage to Volkov. On the feet, got to give advantage to Volkov. If the UFC puts out two dog defeats, main events in their cards back to back, wow. UFC needs to cash in on some favorites in here. Volkov for the win. Might go distance. Rosenstruck's pretty fucking tough. Yeah, I'm going to go distance. Volkov distance, 5 rounds. First two are going to be boring.
You might be swaying me the Volkov way. Thankfully, we got a whole nother week before this happens, so it's time you can change your picks. But man, I was leaning Jairzinho, but now you read those stats. Volkov's better on paper, like his striking. I would have thought was
huge. No, this is a Volkov setup win. I mean, he's supposed to win this main event here.
Yeah, you're right. I am switching. I'm gonna go with
Volkov. Chance.
All right, now let's went through every fight. Let's make a. I'm gonna make a early 3-leg parlay with our confident picks. We're pretty much on the same way with every fight except for Mikulitis and Fakhretdinov. We differed on that, and I think that was the only one. Was it? Or no, you're taking what? There's another one that we're differing on. Oh, are you taking the Ukrainian guy? No, you're taking. Which one did we? What? All right, let's go through this real quick.
I'm taking Damon Jackson.
Yep. Tony Gravely.
Taking Tony Gravely.
Joe Selecky. Benoit Saint Denis is making my parlay.
This one here I'm not crazy about because the little guy could do something. But I'm leaning Odie.
Adashev. Yep.
We're on Jeff Molina.
Yep.
Herrig. Oh, this one here's a coin toss. Felice Herrig versus
which one?
Versus.
Yeah, that I didn't even. That
one's a coin toss.
That's a pass right now.
Yep. Alonzo Menefield and Askar Mozarov. I want to see Mozarov weigh in.
Oh, that's right.
Big he is. Trezano versus Luis. We're going Trezano.
Yeah.
Botello versus Silva. I'm gonna no bets, but I'm going with Big Pipe Silva.
Yeah, so the only one we're differed on is you're taking
Andreas Musar. Yeah, we're all on Musar on this one, right?
Yeah.
The undefeated Musar.
And Volkov.
And we're on Volkov as well.
I'm not confident, but I am going to lean with Volkov after you read the stats to me. Yeah. So, all right.
Aaron Blanchfield, JJ Aldrich.
I'm going to parlay that one. I'm going to parlay Jeff Molina, Benoit Saint Denis, and one more who I feel. Who do you think? One more confident pick. That's a decent, not chalk. That's not chalky. Under minus 200 odds. So that gets not Aaron Blanchfield.
I'm over Selecky. I like Gravely at minus 150. I like Volkov right now at minus 150. But I don't want to pick the main event.
What's Mike Trezano?
What's that?
Minus 170. Mike Trezano.
He's at minus 250.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
So you got Joe Selecky, Jeff Molina, and Benoit Saint Denis.
Okay, sounds good. I'm gonna parlay that shit, see what it pays out. Jeff Molina minus 180. Joe Selecky minus 170, and Benoit Saint Denis is minus 155. Parlay, 3-leg. It's refreshing the lines on Bet Online right now. Oh, I got to re-sign in because I timed out. Can you parlay on that on Bet 365?
Yeah, but I gotta log in, so take me off share screen.
All right.
Sorry, guys.
Okay. I had to re-log in as well.
What do you got?
Okay.
We got Saint Denis,
Joe Selecky, Saint Denis, and Jeff Molina.
Plus 291.
For me, it is plus 306. Plus 306. Confirm bet. And throw this up there for
not a bad parlay. I like it.
Copy. That's a lock parlay, Deb says. All right, let me clean this up. And I like that Benoit Saint Denis. I'm very confident with that. And he's the lowest of our parlay pieces.
I know. It's a good bet. That's a great 3-5 parlay. Make sure you put that in. Make sure you put that in the comments. That's a good one.
Yep.
You can cash out on that one.
And send.
No comments on my new hat there, Ranj. Look at this, man. Custom made.
Oh, it's nice. Awesome. I like it.
Old school.
Yeah. I think I have a tap out t-shirt, old one from that time period.
I'm old. It's too big for me.
Okay, so there you go. 3-fight parlay, Joe Selecky. Benoit, early parlay. Next week, I will be in Massachusetts on Friday night, but I might, from the hotel room, I might be able to do a live thing. I don't know. Can't tell yet. But yeah, I like that parlay. And Dev says it's a lock parlay. And Gerald, that wasn't a robbery. Yeah, maybe not. So. All right, I am craving Wendy's. You don't even know how bad I want Wendy's right now.
Baconator, Frosty, and dip those fries in that Frosty.
Anyway, thanks for hanging out tonight, guys, and Dave.
Have a good night, guys.
Stay tuned next week. I will be doing some more capper comparison picks. I only did one this week because I didn't have enough cappers to do it. But I have another one booked up. I just didn't upload it, so because we got a whole week. So stay tuned for other capper comparison picks throughout the week, and hopefully I'll see you guys next Friday. Maybe we'll see. But have a good night, all you guys, and thanks for tuning in. Good luck on your bets. Take care. Thanks, Dave. Later.
Good night, guys.